And we are starting, and before we get into anything, just let me adjust the exposure as we have our tradition already set in place. So, just a few updates because I've been unable to post like anything for more than 1 week. So, yeah, it's been crazy. Big match, Devon versus Yannick. We all saw how that turned out. So, Devon looked quite impressive. But obviously he wasn't like up against the top tier. Although I know Yannick is a very strong puller, but still, yeah, it's not exactly the same level. So it gives me at least hope that Devon is healthy enough after the thing that he had with the DVT. But yeah, I still have some concerns whether or not he'll be able to fully recover up until the 29th of May. I really and sincerely hope he will, because he deserves it before anything else. And yeah, we also kind of like deserve a nice match to see. So I hope he'll be in full shape. So yeah, that's kind of it. And with that being said, having Devon versus Michael approaching quite fast, with like what 2 months, and I mean just a little bit more than 2 months, like 2 months and 10 days away. Like I was hoping for. The match between Ermes and Matt Mask has been confirmed. I still haven't heard of any news if Larry will be combining them and putting the match like on the different on the same card, and kind of like have this 1 day show with both these matches happening one after another. Probably Matt and Ermes in the opening, and then like the headliner being Devon versus Michael. I surely do hope that something like this would happen, but even if it doesn't, and if they're just a bit far away, one from another, few days or weeks or months apart, doesn't matter. Still, we will be getting these two matches, hopefully, and we'll be just as entertained. But yeah, I think it would be really nice if they would be happening like in the same event. And this brings me to one match that apparently won't be happening, which is something that I oddly predicted. I think like 2 weeks ago or something like this. The Ryan Bowen versus RVJ match, because I don't know, call me weird, crazy. I had a feeling that although on the surface there was like this unanimous agreement that the match will be on, I had the feeling that the tensions behind the scenes, like behind closed doors, behind the cameras, whatever, I had a feeling that the tensions would somehow spiral into like one of them at least not being happy, and just like having some sort of fallout, and the match eventually not happening. I was starting to get this impression when Ryan's channel got attacked by those guys who were trying to bring his channel down, and I was thinking that probably this would be enough of a stress and drama by itself. And now I'm not saying drama ironically, like in the real sense. It would be a problem, like a standalone problem big enough so that the match would somehow have to suffer. But also I had some doubts about the whole strictness that RVJ asked for. I had some doubts that this would finally go through all the way till the very end with Ryan. I'm not saying because necessarily, just like everyone else is saying, just because this automatically implies that he's using or whatever. I'm not going into such debates because I don't like such accusations and stuff like that. I love all those guys, but I felt like probably this strictness would pose some problems for someone who might be using, might not be using, or just doesn't want to be bothered by all those testings, or maybe financially those testing sessions would be too expensive or whatever. I just had some gut feeling that this thing, they were trying to build it as a first precedent in our sport where we have the independent organized event with big money and with testing. I had the feeling like all of these things combined are kind of like boiling with too much of a pressure, so that something would eventually give. Either some money, mismatch, someone not agreeing with something, or the testing being a problem, or anything like that. And unfortunately, I see that I was right, although I was really, really hoping for this match and I was rooting for this match to happen. I made videos in the beginning of this channel saying just how important I felt that this match was about to be for our sport. But unfortunately, also like the other half of my brain that was saying, don't put your hopes up just yet. Apparently that side of the brain knew something. Again, I can't put my finger on it, like what exactly I was sniffing in the air that could go wrong. I just didn't feel comfortable with the whole thing. So if I would have had to bet money on Ryan versus RVJ, I would have probably bet money on the fact that it wouldn't happen. So like a different type of bet. I don't know. I hope that in the future this idea would be resurrected, revamped, whatever. Either with the same two guys, RVJ and Ryan Bowen, or at least with some other guys. But yeah, I would really want to see this initiative not just die out and be stopped in its tracks just like this. I would really want to see it go through and see its completion and where it takes us from there. So yeah, that's kind of it as an update. And apart from these three current topics, I just want to leave you guys at the very end with a funny thing that I discovered just a few days ago on the wonderful YouTube, because it was uploaded very recently. Go and search on YouTube, search for Denis Tsiplenkov versus Andy Haman, who's also nicknamed Mr. Incredible. So just Google or YouTube Denis Tsiplenkov versus Andy Haman, Mr. Incredible. It's a strange but comedic type of situation where you'll see what I mean. It was like some awkward tension, and I think someone was about to get knocked out. I won't say who. I'll let you see the video, but I'll just leave you with this. Someone was about to just get. He was like 2 seconds away from just getting slapped or something, and it was all from like a weird thing that started as a friendly event, and it kind of escalated in a weird way rather quickly. So I'll cut it right here because I don't want to spoil it no more. I hopefully built enough interest for you to go check it out. just as a surprise or bonus at the end of my rant. So Google that one out and let me know what you guys think about all of these topics that we covered today with all of these matches, especially the last one, RVJ and Ryan Bowen, and also Matt Mass versus Ermes being on the same card with Larry, and yeah, what you thought also about Devon versus Yannick. So just let me know what you guys think. And until next time, I hope I'll be having some more time to upload things. But if I do not, please don't strangle me. I'm trying my best. These last few weeks are just a nightmare. I hope things will get better. Till next time, I'm out because I can't be in. I'm already in.